Hello, this is Anjana and welcome to the second session in Ruby. In this tutorial, we will learn variable assignment, flexible type system in Ruby, operators and data types. Here we are using Ubuntu version 12.04, Ruby 2.0. To follow this tutorial, you must have a basic understanding of object-oriented concepts. You also must have the IRB open. Let's start with variable assignment. In other languages, you would have to declare a variable before you assign values. However, in Ruby, this is not required. When you assign a value to a variable, it automatically understands the data type. Let us look at an example. Switch to the terminal where you have IRB open. Let's define a value for a variable x with the data type fixed num. You can check the data types by doing a dot class, and if you define a 10.0, it's a float, so you did not have to declare the data type specifically. Ruby infers it. Similarly, if we were to do a string declaration, it understands it. Or you defined a value, a string value to x, it understands that its data type is string without declaring it. Anything in single quotes or double quotes is a string. Now let's look at the operators in Ruby. Operators in Ruby are methods themselves. So to check the basic operators, let's do one dot methods. Since one is an object, dot sort, so you can, it's well sorted in alphabetical order. So these operators are there in most other languages like plus, subtraction, division is denoted by slash or div, and then you have the modulus or modulo, and you have the multiplication, and this is exponent, performs exponential calculations on operators. And then you have the comparison operators, double equals, triple equals, dot eql and dot equal, etc. Let's give some of them a try. So if you were to do 1 plus 1, it gives you 2. Similarly, because plus is a method by itself, if you were to do a dot plus, like how you would call a method and give the argument as 1, it would do the same thing. The same goes for division, multiplication, etc. Now let's compare two operators, two operands using the double equals. So if you were to do 1 double equals 1, it returns true. Double equals checks for the value. So if you were to do 1 double equals 1.0, it still returns true. However, if you were to do 1 dot eql 1.0, it returns a false. So I will leave this to you to find out, and there is an assignment coming up that actually touches this point. So try to check why 1 dot eql against a 1.0 gives false. Now continuing with the methods, you'll notice that this method has a question mark at the end, whereas the others do not. So those methods with a question mark are called predicate methods in Ruby. Let's look at the triple equals. The triple equals is also a comparison operator. The triple equals is used to test the equality within a when clause of a case statement. So in which case, if we want to check if the number 4 is within the range 1 to 10, you can actually use this. 1 to 10, triple equals 4 will return a true. And then we have the assignment operators. You have an add and assignment operator, which is denoted by plus equals. So let's say that we have defined a as 2 and b as 3. A plus equals b is the same as writing a equal to a plus b. So obviously the result is the combination of 2 and 3, or the result of adding 2 and 3, a plus b, which is 5. Similarly, you can do the same with multiplication or division. Let's check out the ternary operator that Ruby has. It's similar to the one we have in Java. So let's say we want to check if a is greater than b. If yes, then we would like to print a, else we would like to print b. Now something that I missed here is the question mark. So the left side will be on the left hand side. You will specify the condition you want to check, and if it's true you will print a, otherwise you will print b. So what could be the result of this based on the values that we have assigned for a and b? This will actually print a because we calculated the value of a. The most recent value that a has is 5. So based on that, it will print 5. The other interesting methods from the list of methods that we saw were the respond to, another predicate method, and defined. So let's give them a try. Respond to is used to check if a method responds to the object, which means if that method was defined for that object to use. So let's see if the even method was defined for the class, for the object 1, and it is not because it was a predicate method. So you can check if methods are defined for a class. This comes in handy when you are defining your own class and methods. Then there is this defined method that can be used to check if variables were defined. So we did define values for a, but we did not define values for c. It will also give you the type of variable. So this is a local variable. C was not defined, so it returns a nil. Next, let's move on to the range operator. Using the range operator, we can specify a sequence of values using the double dot operator or the triple dot operator. The double dot operator is an inclusive range, while the triple dot operator is an exclusive range. So if you were to do a putS, it will print values from 1 to 10. However, if it was a triple dot, it will print values from 1 to 9. Ruby also supports the parallel assignment of variables, and this enables multiple variables to be initialized within a single line of Ruby code. So we can define values for x, y, and z on the same line like this. So you can define a putS y, and it will print 13. So these were some of the methods that we looked at, and we learned about dynamic typing in Ruby along with the data types. Hope this session has given you an understanding about dynamic typing in Ruby. In the next few sessions, we will delve more into Ruby. Ruby has a rich online community and resources for documentation. Try and check them out. Until then, this is Anjana and I are signing off. Thank you.